Black Friday solo, great solo by Walter Becker. We're bending up on the 4th fret on the G string. So bending up a whole note. And then pulling off on the 2nd fret top E string. So pull off to the open, 2nd fret to open. And then on the B string, hit the 2nd fret. So. And then we do a hammer on and a pull off. So 2, 2, 3, 2. And you go back, so you go back to the G. So on and off on the B string, 2, 3, 2. 4th fret G string, back to the 2nd fret of the B string. And then pull off 4 to 2 on the G. So we're going to pull off. Sorry, I just had to work it out again myself then. You have to play along with the record to get the actual feel of it, but it's 2, 3, 2. And then I think it goes from the 4 to the 2 on the G, and then 5 to the 2 on the D string. And then down 5, 4, 2. And then 3rd fret to the open on the E string. So bend up on that G. So the next part is that great slide up on the A string, and it's all E pentatonic, E blues or minor pentatonic. So we slide up to the 7th fret on the A string. So 7, 5, 7 on the A, then 5 on the B, 5, 7 on the A, 5 on the D again. Then slide up after that last 5 on the D, slide up to the 9th on the D. So you go 9 on the D. So 9 on the D, 7 on the G. Back to the 9 on the D. Pull off on the G string, 9 to 7. Boom, ba, boom, ba, da. And then you do a cool little bend. So it's a tiny little half bend. It's so bluesy. So on that B string, on the 8th fret, so just give it a little pinch. So. And then 2 hits on the G string on the 9th fret. So let's go through again. So the next part is those other bends. So we're on the B string, so we want to bend up. So we bend up, bend down and pull off to the 8th fret, so 10 to 8. So bending up on the 10, B string, pulling down and pulling off, and then bending up twice on that 10th fret of the B string. So once again. And then you move your ring finger down 2 and you bend up on the 8th fret and bend down. And Walter really gives it some vibrato there. He really shakes that note up. So. And then this is a really cool little part he does here. So that little effect he gets there is done by just really doing aggressive pull-offs, and it's all in his right hand in that part. So we're going. So we do a quick pull-off on the G string 9 to 7, and then on the D string 9. Hit that G string on the 7th once again, and then we just keep hitting the 9 to 7 pull off. So that 9 to 7 pull off 3 times, I think. Actually 4 times. And then after that we go to the D string, slide down from 9 to 7, and then hit the 5th fret on the string, and then slide up to the G string 9th fret. So let's go through that part once again. Okay, next we go to one of my favourite little bits of the solo, and it's using hybrid picking, which is with your plectrum, your thumb and first finger. And I'm using my middle finger on my right hand to pick the other string. So slide up 7 to 9 on the G string, and with my finger I'm hitting the B string. So I'm going. So it's like a pedal note. So we're with my middle finger of my left hand on that 9th fret G string, and my index finger on the 7th fret. So you're going between the two. So you're going 9, 8, 9, and then hitting with your ring finger the 10th fret of the B. And then slide up 2 frets, same shape, so we've got that pedal note there. Exact same thing, so, but instead of there, it's now on the 11th fret. So 11, 10, 11, and then 12 on the B. And then you slide that same thing up, all the way up to the 16th fret. And I think he hits the end note on the 15th fret of the B string. And then you bend up on that major note, so you're bending up the 14th fret. So you bend it up just half a note and give it some vibrato on the way down, and then finish by bending up on the 15th fret of the B string. So let's go through that part again. Now this is another really cool little part. He's playing through the changes here. So we slide up to the 12th fret of the B string. So that riff is 12th fret B string, 14th fret B string, and then you give it another little half bend. So half bend up, and then hit the 14th fret, and then 12th fret, and then 14th fret of the G string, back to that 12th fret of the B string, and then you use your index finger to bend up on the G 12th fret. finish on that root note. So it's the 14th fret of the D string. And then you do a hammer on. So you hammer on the D, 12 to 14, and then you hit 12, 14, back to 12 on the G, and then slide up to the 14th for the G, hit it 3 times, and then come down, and I like to bar, so bar the D and the G string and hit it on the 14th fret. 14 on the G, 14 on the D, and then 12 on the G, and then you go. So 12, 14 on the D to finish. It's quite tricky, that little part. And then we go to that really fast little run. So that really rapid little run is on the A string. So you're on the E note. So 7th fret. So it's on the A string, it's 7, 9, 10, and then back to 7. So 7, 9, 10, 7, and then you start from the 9 to the 10. So 9, 10, and then down to the D string 7. And then from the D, 7, 9, 10, back to 7, finish on the 9. I think that's what he's playing. It's so fast that I can't actually pick out the notes, but it's that sort of like a scale exercise sort of thing. And then it finishes by bending up on that 14th fret of the top E string again. So bending up on the 14, bending back down on the 14th top E, and then 12 top E, B string 12, and then G string 12, but bend up half a note. Give it some vibrato as well. Sorry. So for that, the outro plan of that little solo bit, so we're just back in the E pentatonic, E minor. So we want to slide up on the G string from 2 to 4. And then on the B string, 3rd fret. Back to the G string, 4th fret. B, 3 to 5. And then slide back 4 on the G. And pull off from the 2 to the 0. Hit that D string on the 2nd fret, and then slide up 3 to 5 on the B. And then bend up on the G string, 7th fret. It's a cool little riff, this. I really like this lick. So bend up on the 7th. Use your pinky finger on the B string below it to pull off 7 to 5. Give it some vibrato when you go back to that G string, 7th fret note. So 7 to 5 pull off on the B string. And when you hit that G string again, give it the vibrato and then slide back into it. And then you finish up on the B string by pulling off from 10 to 8. So 10 to 8 on the B, hit the 9th fret of the G, and then slide back into that 9 again on the G. 8, 10, and then bend up on that 10. And just let that note ring out at the end. And that's it.
You know I win.